bake-off energy, drum girl in the toilet energy. Somehow we're friends. I don't know how. Amazing. Okay, guys, again, you've done so fucking well. You're doing so brilliantly. We have our final act of the evening. Are we excited?
Yes.
Yes, I won't ask you that again, I promise. Are we ready? Are we excited? We are? That's amazing. Okay, I'm very excited to introduce the next act. I'm really excited to introduce all the acts, but I'm particularly excited for this one. Let's give it up for the brilliant Mark Cox.
Everyone enjoying the football? That was entertaining our politics at the moment, you know. But, you know, I tried to do my bit with this t-shirt, you know, just to avoid any confusion when anybody looks at me, because it does follow me around. You know, I have people come up to me and say, when you were at school, did they call you Badil? I was just like, David Badil was 13 years older than me. Do you think at the age of 14 I looked like this? I looked like a 27-year-old comedian. But when I was growing up, I wasn't actually that keen on my name because it's Mark with a C. So I always have to spell my name. I can't even be Mark, I'm Mark with a C. But I did think about changing my name as I was growing up. And I narrowed it down to two choices. It was either Phil or Paul. But when your surname's Cox, you know, I swear my mum tried to give me this name because she wanted me to sound a bit exotic. But she never actually thought about where I would go to live. See, I'm from a place that's far from exotic. I'm sure all of you know it. It's that place called Stevenage. Boo, yeah. Or some of the locals like to call it some Southern Arch. Getting a bit of pizzazz and all that. But did you know that... But did you know that Stevenage actually won an award last year? You're supposed to, I'm not supposed to, but you know what the award was for. The award was for the joint best new car park of the year. Stevenage won an award for digging a hole, filling a hole, painting some white lines, and saying, put your car there and we'll charge you 11 quid a day. What's the point? But the other thing is with Stevenage is that I'm really looking forward to this election because we can finally get rid of the MP that we've got.
Yay.
Because in the list of all the MPs, 650 of the fuckers, there was a list put out that said how they contributed to their local community. Stevenage MP was voted 643rd. There was only 7 worse than him. Nadine Dorries came higher than Stevenage MP. I'm sure you're all aware of her. Whenever she did something right, or thought she did something right, and put it on social media, she'd always use the hashtag #GoNads. You know, I moved to Stevenage, I guess you could say, for love, because I've been with my wife now for 27 years. That is just for tolerance. But in those 27 years, I've worked out, that's actually 10 years longer than the average life sentence for Nova. Okay. You know, but the wife does like to give me the odd nickname. Favourite at the moment is Grumpy Bastard. I'm sure anybody of similar age to me, I would say mid-40s, but I'm heading to the later part of the 40s, and you're sitting there watching telly and she's looking at you, looking for that reaction. I'll sit there and I'd start criticising television adverts, but more specifically, those people that use television advert slogans in everyday life. So if you say, I'm confused.com, fuck off. Every little helps. Does it really? But we've all got that friend, haven't we? That one friend that you speak to every so often that you kind of grew up with, and you ring him up and you'll always answer the phone with, what's that? But the worst thing about all of it, the worst thing is, the thing that gets me more than anything in this world, I just realised I forgot to take this watch, is, other than that, is people that go on a Ryanair flight and clap when it lands. The pilot's doing his job. That's all he's doing. He's doing his job. If I'm at work, if I fill an Excel spreadsheet very well, I don't get a standing ovation. What would you do for a living? Oh, this is a tricky one, isn't it?
I'm a glassware man.
Do you get a clap and a round of applause when you chuck stuff in? Nothing at all. Do you clap on a Ryanair flight? No. Thank you. Thank you very much. But, you know, as I've got older as well, the wife likes to probe my brain every so often. She likes to find out what's going on inside there, but it's never a good thing. She always asks that question of, what are you thinking? I can sense something in the room over there. But that question, what are you thinking, is if you've got a male partner and you're female, don't ask that question, we'll only disappoint you. If you're gay, so you've got a male partner, you should fucking know better. Because my brain, I'm sure a lot of fellas' brains, is that they've got two states. They're either as empty as a Rishi Sunak promise, or as full of shit like the UK rivers and seas at the moment. But you know, I'd always try to go by that thing where I would always tell the truth. So some of the answers I've given over the years, to much disappointment, have been things like, do dogs lick humans because we're full of bones? 72-hour deodorant. Who wakes up on a Monday, reaches for the links Africa and goes, fuck me, I'm done till Thursday? Is everybody here familiar with the film Cars?
Yeah. Yes.
Cartoon, kids cartoon. No actual humans in the film at all, but the cars all have doors. Has anybody ever made, this was a killer one, has anybody ever made a sign out of braille that says do not touch? So the worst one was when we was out for a meal one day, celebrating an anniversary, and we're sitting there, we've had the starters, we've had the mains and everything, just waiting for dessert, and she looks over at me for the first time age, she goes, you look deep in thought. I was like, what the fuck am I? What are you thinking? I'm like, shit. You don't want to know. Oh, come on, I'm curious now. You've got to tell me. You sure? Yeah, go on, fucking disappoint you then. I said I'm thinking about Toy Story. Toy Story? I said, yeah. You know, I saw Toy Story 3 the other day. You know that film, Andy's 17 years old. He's still got the same toys from the very first film. He's never given away, he's never thrown away. He's never handed them down to anybody. Does it never occur to you at some point leading up to this moment in time, you know, Buzz, Woody and the dinosaur sat on the floor, having to watch their boyhood companion wank himself for his teenage years? No. What about the fact that all the toys are made of plastic except for Bo Peep, who's got a removable dress? Do you reckon he's ever used that to clean up after himself? We went home shortly after that. But you know, as I've got older, I've realised I've started to forget things as well. So I'll be sitting there doing my work, the wife's about to leave the door, she's going out, she says, Mark! Yeah, what? When that washing machine finishes, can you put the washing out for me on the line? Brain? Yeah, got tip done. Right. She goes out, and it's like, sat at the desk going, what the fuck did she ask? Brain? I don't fucking know. I told you to remember it. I'm lost here. But the thing is, I can't remember things like that. We booked a cinema ticket the other day. She said, what time is it? I don't know, I'll check in a minute. And then about 5 minutes later, she's gone to me again. What time's that film again? I'm like, I don't know. She said, do you fucking ever remember anything? I said, yes. I do remember things. I remember the kids' birthdays. I remember our anniversaries. I also remember the whole starting 11 from the Arsenal versus Liverpool game from 1989. I do. Number 1 was John Lukic, number 2 was Lee Dixon, number 3 was Nigel Winston, number 4 was Michael Thomas, number 5 was David O'Leary, number 6 was Tony Adams, number 7 was David Rocastle, number 8 was Kevin Richards, most people forget about him. Number 9 was Alan Smith, your board yet. Number 10 was Steve Bold, which was a weird choice because we had to score 2 goals, so we started with 3 centre-backs. And number 11 was Paul Merson. And the substitutes are Martin Hayes and Terry Groves. No, but you know, as we've got older, we are solid as a rock together. That's what she tells me. I remember it. And whenever I've now got to the point, whenever she asks me to do something, I've now got a whiteboard. But I still don't know. I don't know which one's for which because I never rock the old ones off. You've been a lovely crowd. I've been like, I was a big MC.